My name is Melissa Kim. I am a program officer at Philadelphia LISC. I specialize in creative placemaking, commercial corridors, and community safety.
And I'm David Ferris. I'm an assistant program officer with Philadelphia LISC. I support Melissa in the creative placemaking work, and I also lead on community engagement and communications for the office. LISC supports community development work across the city in Philadelphia, and that involves kind of everything that makes a neighborhood great. So we support community-based organizations that do different work to make their neighborhoods awesome, and that also involves artists and arts organizations. So we work closely with different community groups and arts organizations who want to bring art and culture and make that a useful tool for making neighborhoods better and making quality of life better for people in them.
Our creative placemaking program is part of our comprehensive community development approach because we believe that arts and culture is really central to building strong neighborhoods and creating strong networks. So we focus in 2 neighborhoods specifically, and in those neighborhoods we create these networks where artists and community organizations, leaders, residents can come together, identify common issues, and come together to solve those issues or address those issues using creative methods. And we also provide small bits of funding. We have grants and we have some technical assistance to help folks who have a vision, have an idea, want to address an issue, just providing them just a little bit of money to as a practical matter to execute their projects.
I think creative placemaking, like community development, involves so many different things, so many different facets, so many different sectors. It really requires people to think outside of like any particular specialty or silo, and what's great about bringing everybody together is they're all kind of fellow practitioners of the work and trying to figure out like the work together, trying to figure out what are some interesting things we can try and how do we learn from what other people at the table are bringing, like their assets and their strengths and what they know. I think it really comes down to bringing people together, bringing people who have really interesting ideas, who do interesting work. The work might look different, but they want to figure out how to creatively address problems that are like really challenging and like hard to crack. And we bring them together to get to have those conversations.
Cross-sector collaborations are really important, and one of the great things about the meetings that we have is that it's not just a meeting. It's not a meeting for just artists, and it's not a meeting for just, let's say, community development folks. And it's not just a meeting for residents or for government, but really it's a meeting for all of those folks. And there's a common interest, right, in the community, and we can come at it from a perspective of having like shared values, common interests, and there are multiple points of entry for understanding each other. And when you throw in creativity in there, right, it's just there's a certain magic that happens that wouldn't otherwise, allow folks to see things from a different perspective, to hear different stories, to imagine solutions. And these are long-standing, really like persistent issues. And so there's no easy answer. And so there's no quick answer, and so it's going to take a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different ideas and skills, coming together to effectively address them. And so I think that's the value of cross-sector collaboration.
So I think an example of where this work can really transform a community is the American Street Feast. So it's a project where a community group, the South Kensington Community Partners, worked with Spiral Q and Philadelphia Photo Arts. And their original idea was to have a feast, like a dinner in the neighborhood, and bring different people together, residents and business owners and different cultures who live in the neighborhood, and to just have that time of fellowship and eating a meal. But bringing art into the mix, in Spiral Q facilitating these art making activities that, created pieces that were actually used at the event, so the napkins that were used, everybody, all the 150 people or 300 people got a napkin. 500 people, sorry. Yeah. That got a napkin that was handmade and a placemat that was like hand printed, and like through those different art making events, people built relationships and got to know people from their own neighborhood that maybe they hadn't met because different side of the road or different culture or different background. And so through that and then through the event itself, people got to see themselves more as a community. And I think that was transformational.
Yeah.
I'm excited about supporting communities in creating the kinds of communities that they want to live in. I'm
excited about understanding and uncovering the different assets in a community and seeing, seeing this person and this institution and this project and this idea and being able to think about how they might come together to make something that's bigger than the sum of its parts. And to me, that's really empowering. And we, I guess, as LISC, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to be a part of that process.